Yo, what's up guys, it is LateCom here. We're back with yet another Trove video on the channel, and today, as you probably have seen from the title, we're going to be talking about Magic Find. How do you actually get a ton of Magic Find, and basically what are the uses of Magic Find, and how you can actually get such a high amount of Magic Find. So basically today we'll be talking about Magic Find as a whole, where it usually comes from, how it actually is, and what it's actually used for. So as you can see right off the bat right here, I have got a total of 10,983 Magic Finds. Now, if you're wondering, is Magic Find more of like a pay-to-win thing, then I'm definitely telling you that it's not, because I'm a free-to-play player, and you can also get 10.9k Magic Finds just like me, because you know it's literally possible. All right, so we're going to be talking and splitting this up into a couple of parts. We're going to be talking about where Magic Find is distributed, how do you actually obtain Magic Find, and all of that. So I guess if you probably didn't already know, Magic Find is going to be mainly from stuff like dragons, right? Because we're gonna head on over into this area right here. We've got this little where is this thing? All right, we've got the dragon crucible right here. So I mean, there are going to be a couple of dragons right here. You're gonna be like, all right, they're pretty awesome, and you know, you have something that each of them have in common. They give you 50 Magic Find. Now, what do this Magic Find add up to? Because it will not be enough to literally get like 10,000 Magic Find by just getting 50 each dragon, right? So as you can see right here, I have got a base amount of Magic Find at 3,661. So that's literally the base amount that I have without any boosts, right? If you probably didn't already know, the amount of Magic Find that you could literally get is going to be calculated through number one. You've got the 50%, and you've got the patron multiplier, right? So the patron multiplier, you can literally get it from here. It's gonna be 850 credits for a 15-day patron pass, and you can buy credit pouches in the market. I mean, just by searching credit, and you will literally be able to buy a couple of here. But as of right now, they are going to be super duper expensive, so I guess you should be staying away from patron for the time being. So with that out of the way though, on top of that, right, on top of this 3,661, we're going to be adding another 3,661 as the bonuses from this patron pass. Yep, right here, better drops, get double Magic Find to hone in on rarer equipment. So we literally go from 3,661 all the way to about 7,322. Yes, a little bit of a quick math there. And on top of that amount, we will get a 50% boost as well. So that's literally triple the amount of my Magic Find. So that's how you actually get that high. What you gotta do, you gotta get a high amount of base Magic Find, and you can get Magic Find by obtaining stuff like dragons. As you can see right here, each of them will give you a total of 50 Magic Find, and this dragon right here is going to be a little bit more special. It's going to give you 100 Magic Find. I don't think any other dragon gives you 100 Magic Find, but I guess I think as of right now, right, the only dragon with 100 Magic Finds or 100 base Magic Find is going to be Ludini. So I guess feel free to head on over down below in the description if you want to know how you can literally get all of the dragons easily and through the best methods. So feel free to check the links down below in order to watch the video in which we talk about all of these dragons. So with that out of the way though, the first main part about getting Magic Find is definitely going to be dragons. As I've said earlier, that's 50 each, and there's probably about, or I guess 40 to 50 or so dragons out there, so that's definitely something nice to get. So where else do I get Magic Find? I mean, I've got a total of 3,661 base Magic Find, right? So let's talk about where I get my other Magic Find mounts. All right, so heading on over onto my hats, weapons, and faces right here, as you can see, we've got a max crystal 4 hats, staff, and face. Each and every one of these will have the Magic Find stat on them, so it's definitely really helpful if you get a high crystal gear with Magic Find stats on them, because they will definitely stack up over time. I mean, 260 Magic Find, we add that patron amount, and we add that literal 50%. That's literally going to be about, let's say, 780 or so Magic Find from one single gear, and we multiply that by 3. That's probably about 2,340. Yeah, it's definitely going to be really helpful if you get Magic Find on all of your gears right here. And for the ring, you can literally use energy regeneration, but if you want more Magic Find, you can switch on over to a Magic Find ring. That will increase our Magic Find by a total of about 333, because as I say, any amount of base. If you've got patron plus the 50%, that will give you 3 times the base amount. And if you probably didn't already know where the 50% bonuses actually come from, it literally scales 1% every single time you kill a mob. And if you do stuff like /respawn in other worlds, that is like any adventure worlds and stuff like that, you will lose this 50% boost. So it's definitely recommended for you guys not to do /respawn, because you will be losing that 50%. And in my case, as of right now, that's going to be 3,772 base magic finds. So yeah, definitely don't go, you know, /respawning. You're better off using one of these origin portal potions and heading on over back into the spawn of the, you know, let's say geo top side, and just collecting everything. So yeah, it's definitely not worth it to do that, by the way, you know, just to do /respawn and stuff like that. So yeah, with that out of the way though, we've got the next couple of stuff right here. So for the ally, as you can see right here, we're currently running the Aviar ally, but if you would like more magic find, I would recommend you guys to use stuff like the cotton candy ally. There is going to be another ally right here, the golden heckling ally, in which was obtainable from the I guess the Valentine's pack. Yes, you can actually obtain the golden heckling ally from the Valentine's pack. So yeah, if you don't already have the cotton candy ally, you could literally use this shock ally right here, in which also grants you a total of 50 magic find, and which will increase your magic find by a total of 150. As I said earlier, multiply that by 3. And you can probably use shock, you could probably use the cotton candy ally, or if you have got the golden heckling ally, feel free to use it. It gives you 5 movement speed as well. And the next thing for magic finds, since you have a high amount of magic find, you want to head on over into this vial section, and you want to pick the Conjurer's Crucible vial. If you've got a high amount of magic find, then feel free to use this. I would not recommend you guys to use this if you are just a starting off player. I mean, if you're a newer player, you're trying to, you know, progress, you've got like 25k or like 10k power rank or whatever low power rank that you have, then you should be using the Death Defying vial. If you're farming on a, let's say, an end game class, you know, you gotta use this Conjurer's Crucible vial, because what this actually does, it does not just have a chance to recover a charge, alright? It is definitely 100% going to recover a charge when you use this vial. So to speak, it is definitely going to give you unlimited vials if you've got a high enough magic find. So let's move on to the next part. Where else would you possibly get a little bit more magic find? So let's head on over into the subclass area. We're gonna scroll all the way down onto the Pirate Captain right here. It is going to grant us a total of 70 magic find. So let's just switch on over from the Knight subclass all the way down to the Pirate Captain, and you will see right there that we have received a total of 11,526 magic find, and our base has been increased by a total of 70. So another thing that I would recommend you guys to do to get additional magic find would be to get the subclass right here, the Pirate Captain's subclass, and you could possibly level him up to 30 to get the whole, you know, the whole 70 magic find boost. I'm not entirely sure what or how this actually scales. However, I do believe that just hit your class at level 30 and you'll possibly be able to obtain the 70 amounts of magic find. I'm not really too sure what this ball is going to be scaling off of, but it is definitely a really good way of getting additional magic find. If you've got patron and you've got that 50%, as we mentioned earlier, this is going to give you an additional 210 total magic find, 70 of them being base. So let's move on to the next part. How do you actually use magic find, and what is the best way of using magic find? So, you know, as an endgame player, I have earned over easily 70 million flux, alright, through Uber 10 farming. And that is definitely one of the best ways, if not the best of the best things to actually use your magic find on. It is literally just to farm Uber 10. So let's just grab this quest right up. I'm going to be using a speedy Sage build. I mean, you can literally use any other build. You could use Dino Tamer. That's kind of one of the best builds that you currently use, or you can actually currently use in the landscape of Trove as it is right now. So I would possibly recommend, if you're looking for Uber 10 farming, you could possibly want stuff like, I guess you could possibly try out Ice Age. I've been farming with Ice Age, but I mean, that's just a matter of my preference anyways. So you could use other stuff like Dino Tamer, because Dino Tamer is the #1 spot for farming as of right now. And just take a look. We literally managed to get 1 stellar staff in just under a minute, guys. So other than Dino Tamer and Ice Age, you could possibly try stuff like, I'd say, you know, stuff like Neon Ninja. He's possibly good as well. And I guess these 3 are the kind of classes that I'd say are going to be good. And if you've probably had doubts about the Ice Age, well, I'm gonna tell you that I can literally make 500,000 flux per hour. I mean, a Dino Tamer could possibly make like 550 to 600,000, even more per hour. It depends on how skilled the player is. But I guess as a, you know, a casual farmer like me, I don't really need too much flux from Uber 10 flux farming. So it's just gonna be a little bit of a way to pass the time and to earn a little bit of flux when I'm a little bit low on flux. So it's definitely not one of the main methods that I actually use to earn flux, by the way. And once you actually have a decent or a substantial amount of flux, what I would recommend you guys to invest in is stuff like gardening, market flipping, and basically any good investment that you can make to earn even more money. So I guess feel free to head on over down below onto our flux farming playlist if you are interested in, you know, learning how you should be spending this additional flux that you're obtaining through these magic find drops. Right there, we've received a total of 4 stellar drops within the span of a minute and some change. And let's head on over into the spawn. As you see, we're going to be using an origin portal potion, and we will literally be able to head on over here into the loot collector. And I guess I could literally just collect them all. And right there, I guess I'm gonna be opening up my inventory right here. I'm gonna just show you guys. From 202,000 flux, we just went all the way up to 213,000 flux in less than about a minute and 30 seconds, or you know, a little bit more than that, but it doesn't really matter. But anyways, other than this though, I just really want to show you guys as proof of my seniority, I guess. I have got about 70 million flux farm, 71 million as of right now. We kind of just broke through the 70 million range with that, but I guess it is going to be relatively easy. I mean, you're going to be farming like 500,000 flux or so with a Dino Tamer per hour, provided that you've got the best builds. I will link these speed builds on my classes like the Sage Speedbuild, the Neon Ninja Speedbuild, and the Dino Tamer Speedbuild down in the description below, so feel free to check out those videos in order to gain a better idea of how you should be using this high amounts of magic find. So I guess that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I guess this is going to be something that a lot of you guys have been wondering about, like how do you get magic find, where's the best place to use magic find, and all of those mumbo jumbo. But I guess you've got this question answered for you right now, so go farm your dragons, get your magic find rings, get them on your hats, weapons, and faces. Probably get the magic find ally as well, and don't forget to use the Conqueror's Crucible Vial if you've got a high amount of magic find. And of course, be sure to use the Pirate Captain subclass as well to gain additional magic find. So I guess that's going to be it for this video. I hope to see you guys in the next couple of ones, and of course feel free to check out those helpful links down in the description below, because they always help. So I guess that's going to be it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.